Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a great Monday. Thanks for joining us. Want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephennightshow.com. We can also learn about more about us and pick up our merch. If you'd rather watch us, go to our YouTube channel, The Stephen Knight Show. We appreciate you. All right, so the question of the day is, Will Smith has been banned from attending the Oscars for 10 years after slapping Chris Rock. Linnea, do you think the punishment was fair?
Since I've never been through this before, I mean, he got his Oscar, so
yeah,
he good. I guess I don't know. Maybe a tad bit extreme. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But you know, that ain't really for us anyway. So.
Right, exactly. Who was it? I can't remember who said. He said we still have the Image Awards. That's what matters anyway. 50 Cent said that. Chike, what are your thoughts?
So I was having this conversation, not necessarily particularly about Will Smith, but just people doing bad things and getting away with them lately. It's just seemed ever since that orange thing came in, orbit and stuff.
Yeah.
Bad people have been getting away with things.
Yes.
Yep. The black ones, except the black ones.
Except.
Yeah.
I want people to have to pay for things that they do, but it shouldn't always be the people of a darker hue. I think Will should have to pay for what he did because that was wrong. They're going to make an example out of him. So, I mean, I guess it's just, I'm just mad that another black man is going down. I just hate that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think 10 years was too much. I could see 5 years, you know what I mean? But 10.
And from what I hear, the taking away of the statue is still being contemplated.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm confused. I guess the question that I would have is, so like this means he can't physically be in the building. Does that mean he can't ever be nominated? He could be nominated though. He just can't physically be there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, why you want to go to a party that nobody don't want you at?
Right.
So you get suspended from school, but your homework is going to be sent home, so you can still graduate with honors as long as you do the work. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
It's like you staying behind, but you still get to graduate.
Yeah. Well, they were comparing him to like Mel Gibson. Remember, he made the racist comments, and they're saying now he still can go to the Oscars. And then Harvey Weinstein, I thought he had lost his Oscars, but they said they did. I heard today that he never lost his Oscars.
And he's a whole rapist pedophile, isn't he?
Yeah.
But what color is he?
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that they should be able to take away accolades that you've already earned.
Yeah.
Made a decision to give that man his statue before he slapped anyone. So that should stay. And it should stay the way that it is. You shouldn't take that man's stature.
Well, tweet us at home and let us know your thoughts. Stephen Knight Show, SHO. All right, well, it's official. According to CNN, after weeks of going through tough confirmation hearings, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is Supreme Court's 116th justice and the first Black woman ever to sit on the bench. The Senate voted 53-47 to confirm Judge Brown Jackson's historic nomination to the U.S. Supreme Court. Of the 115 justices that have served, 110 were white men, 2 were Black men, 4 were white women, and 1 was a Latina woman. This is a powerful moment to see the Senate floor give Judge Brown Jackson a round of applause after Vice President Kamala Harris announced her confirmation. Although many members, mainly on the Democratic side, cheered, a few men didn't share the same sentiments and left the chamber. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he said in a speech before the vote, in the 233-year history of the Supreme Court, never has a Black woman held the title as justice. Ketanji Brown Jackson will be the first, and I believe the first of many to come. Reports stated that Judge Brown Jackson watched historic confirmation in the Roosevelt Room with President Biden. Vice President Harris also spoke about that when saying it's an extraordinary day. And I think it's a very important statement today about where we are in the nation, that we put a Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson on the highest court of the land. She said, let's us all just rejoice. Well, it's exciting news that we have her in the role. She won't be sworn immediately. She's going to be sworn this summer after Justice Stephen Breyer retires. So, Chike, did you know this was going to happen? Were you excited about it? What were your thoughts?
Well, she was kind of a shoo-in the sense that she clicked all the bells and whistles when it came to her history, her lineage, what she's done thus far.
Yeah.
She's confirmed 3 times previous in other, to be a judge on other courts. So everyone was pretty much solidified in the fact that she was going to be confirmed. I wasn't really surprised. What really surprised me, but kind of didn't surprise me, is how they beat her down, disrespect.
Yes.
In her constitution. But she was resolute. She stood firm and she handled those people.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm just happy for her and her family. And actually, before I went to work today, I was watching a news interview with her college roommates, and I thought that was really cool. That they talked to college roommates, and they all basically were on the same path of being, esquires of status, which I thought was dope for Black women.
Yeah, she said in her speech that she is the dream of the slave, So, Linnea, what were your thoughts?
It's an amazing thing. I did not watch the confirmations because I know that there were a lot of triggers during those confirmations, just based off of the clips, the utter and complete disrespect to this woman, who is a Black woman and who has more experience than any other justice ever.
Yep.
She checked all the boxes. The justices throughout the years, you've never met one who's checked all the boxes that she's checked. And what's even more interesting, her being like her prior confirmations when she was, at the other levels that she was at. It's interesting that Lady Lindsay confirmed her before, but he just could not. He could not do that. He just could not do that now. And the disrespect again, when she was confirmed, of have you ever seen people get up,
walk out
during as the vice president of the United States is reading this confirmation, and they get up and they walk out? And actually, I don't know if anybody else heard this. Lady Lindsay didn't even go in there. He went somewhere else, refused to put his tie on, because you're supposed to wear your tie. And when they needed his answer, he yelled out the room he was in and said, "No, girl, Lady Lindsay, honey. But whatever, it's not about them. It's about her." And I loved how Vice President, she smiled, she was chuckling, because she knew what this meant. And for her to read that, you're in the position to read. So this woman, this other woman of color, coming on. Oh, come on in, sister.
Yep.
And I saw a clip of Judge Brown Jackson, and she said when she was walking and she saw another Black woman, this is when she was in school, and she was just overcome with a lot of emotion, and her and this woman were crossing paths, and she was like, it's like this woman sensed what she was feeling. And she was like, the one thing she told her was just preserve. And that's what she's done. Her whole career has been stellar.
Yep.
And you had to take this nonsense from these beep, 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 because that's what I really want to do. But congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. During the confirmation hearing, one of them called her articulate. Like would she not be? I mean, it was just
obviously they're not.
The disrespect. That's what it was. Disrespect. And then even, say you didn't want her to be confirmed, you still understand the historic reverence of her being, put in the office, and you're gonna walk out. You're gonna walk out. It's kind of like when
like on some real level, like seriously, these people climbed the building, stormed the Capitol, smeared excrement on walls. I'm not surprised about anything anymore.
Yeah.
They've done the.
Well, don't forget when Barack Obama was given the State of the Union and someone screamed, "You lie."
Yeah.
I mean, disrespect. It's just disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, Trey Songz has received several sexual assault allegations over the years. On this past Friday, he was recently cleared on one of those allegations. According to TMZ, the 37-year-old R&B crooner was cleared of the Las Vegas sexual assault allegations. The LVMPD has concluded an investigation into the sexual assault allegations against Tremaine Neverson and determined that no criminal charges will be filed. If any new evidence comes to light, then the case will be reopened for further investigation, says one of the representatives for the police station. Trey's attorney said, "We're pleased that Trey Songz has been cleared of the wrongdoing, and the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department investigation has officially been closed." Now, as reported, the Las Vegas police were contacted in November of 2021. It was stated that alleged sexual assault incident took place at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. Also, Trey Songz still faces a $20 million lawsuit from another woman who claims that she was sexually assaulted by the father of one, describing Trey as a savage rapist. An unidentified woman alleges that back in 2016 at an LA house party, her once consensual sexual relationship, the woman claims that Trey threw her on the ground, ripped off her clothing, and forced his penis inside of her anus without consent. The woman also claims that the incident continued even after someone briefly opened the door and quickly exited. Now, once it was over, she ran outside, called an Uber, and stated that the driver should reroute to the hospital after he noticed that she was in distress. Now, my mom always said, "Where there's smoke, there's fire," and he's had multiple allegations against him. What do you think about this, Syleena?
Allegations. As per usual, allegations. I will say this for him. He has remained quiet throughout this whole process.
Yeah.
And, not sometimes, all the time, that's the best way to be. Some people don't. Some people continue to live their lives out, out on Front Street, but he's remained quiet this whole time. And, it could go either way. But I never jump on the bandwagon of instantly believing these females. And I'm not sorry about that, because a majority of the time they trying to get a bag. That's a majority of the time. Sometimes it's true, yes, but I don't instantly jump on that. Oh, well, I need to believe these women instantly. I don't do that. We'll see what happens. Just like this one played out, nothing's happening. We're going to move on to the next one. Nothing's happening. And you're probably not going to hear from him until, this stuff is close to being cleared up. Whoever his team is, they need to work for other people to keep them shut up and sit down somewhere.
Exactly. What are your thoughts, Chica?
It just seems to me that these gentlemen, and I'm going to go back some years, back to Bobby Brown in his heyday. Bobby Brown used to get accused of stuff too. I'm talking about the time before he married Whitney. It seems like when you have that type of image and sexuality is part of your brand, you tend to become a target for stuff like that. One could argue that it is part of those gentlemen's lifestyle, and Bobby Brown, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, they kind of have the same kind of image. Something's to be said about that. Maybe moving forward, gentlemen that are in that space, maybe they need to start looking at their brand and tidying up their own house a little bit, just so that stuff like this doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hopefully the justice system will do its thing, and if it's true, then let them be found guilty, and if it's not, then let them be found innocent. But people have to be careful with the environments they're putting themselves into, these entertainers, because this kind of thing happens. We're seeing it happen all the time with Chris Brown, Trey Songz, people like that. So,
and we live in a very litigious time,
yes,
especially now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Especially now. If you revert back to a previous Dave Chappelle episode when he was like, you better have these hoes sign these sex contracts, or we could do this, and this, sign here, and it was a skit, but it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's real. You know that you have money. You know that these people are going to come after you, and they're going to use the one thing that they know is a weakness for a man with money,
Mm-hmm.
and that's cooch.
Yeah, it's true. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll find out Khloe Kardashian is clapping back at people talking about her mothering skills, and Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are engaged. Now, listen, last week I announced that I have a new single that dropped last Friday. We're about to play it for you right here, so tune in. And it is available wherever you download your music. Right back after this.